Hello, and welcome to Hot Flashes and Cool Chats. So, I started these conversations because through my work as a midlife concierge and the community that I'm building, Mamas in Menopause, I am meeting so many amazing people who are passionate about supporting individuals in midlife. And this chat series is my way of introducing them to you. So you can hear their stories, you get to know them personally, you can learn about their products, their services, see about how they can be a resource for you as we are navigating this season. And hopefully, we can make it a little brighter, a little easier, more empowering for ourselves. So, today we actually got a really amazing segmented day. It's a little bit different. You've seen Sally before. Sally is the founder of Matrikas. Matrikas is a movement all about building community and creating supportive spaces in 4 P's. So I've learned this: preconception, pregnancy, postpartum, and perimenopause. And she is here today because there's an amazing event that is coming up on Sunday, October. I'm going to say the 12th, even though my brain is thinking the 12th. Yes, it was thinking the 11th for some reason. October 12th, 2025, in case in the future people are watching this. So, Sunday, October 12th, 2025. It is called Build Your Village. It is an event that she's put on for a few years now. And in particular, Mamas in Menopause has been asked to participate in part of the day, which part of the day is called Glow and Tell. And that portion is in partnership with a company called Yashy. And I will also be talking to them in the next few days. So we're here to dive into the events, the event details, if I can talk today, and really just understand from Sally, the experts, the partners, how communities like Mamas and Menopause are helping women feel seen and supported. So, welcome, Sally. Like I said, we've got a couple different segments that we're going to put all together in one. This might be a long one, but then we're also going to put some clips, highlighted clips that we can give people little nuggets. But as I said, we've got a lot to talk about. So, first and foremost, let's just start with who you are, Matrikas, and just a little bit about what inspired you to build to start the Build Your Village event.
Sure. So my name is Sally Hayes. I'm the founder of Matrikas, and we are a directory of pregnancy, postpartum, fertility, and perimenopause providers. I was a prenatal massage therapist for 26 years, and through that, I found that my clients were continuously asking for referrals. So I would seek out other professionals. As soon as I would seek out one professional, I'd meet another professional and think these two need to know each other. And
Yeah.
it seemed to be in the industry, there was a huge gap. Everyone was working so hard and seeing their clients, but they were working alone and didn't have enough time to network to meet other professionals to refer to. So we are a provider facing company. We are not a client facing company. And that is why we love to partner with people like you who have built these companies that are open to the public. Our Build Your Village event, that is our annual event, that is our open to the public event. Once a year, we pull this out, and it's called Build Your Village because what do we talk about a lot? It takes a village, right? Well,
Yeah.
where's the village? How do I have a village? Is there someone that's in the village? Do I need to know them? Where do I get them? So we have built the village for you. And
Mm,
this is our open to the public event where you can just walk in and meet all of the professionals that you need, anywhere from preconception through perimenopause. Sometimes those things are overlapping as well. And
mhm.
we're super excited to have Mamas in Menopause as one of our co-hosts this year. That is
Yes.
something that we did new this year is we named three co-hosts for each section. So we have fertility support groups, we have mom groups for the middle section for pregnancy and postpartum, and then for the perimenopause and menopause section, we have three menopause support groups that we're really excited to support so that when attendees come, they're going to get so much stuff, but the really important thing that they're going to get is attachment to a group And they can sign up and they can get on your email list and they can find out that you're having more events moving forward to continue the support past just one day.
Yeah. I mean, that's so important to talk about this. And I love the village. It's something I say all the time. It takes a village. It really does. And when I know someone special, I want to share that someone special because you're right. We feel like we're living this life in silo where you ask one question of one person, you ask another question of another person. But what I'm finding is that when we're coming together as community, I just talked about this earlier. There might be somebody in the room that is like, hey, I'm dealing with this. And someone across the entire room will say, so am I. And I thought I was all alone in this. And so it could not be more important to have these conversations now. And I love that Build Your Village it's a whole day event. It's not
Yeah.
just about
Nope. A
perimenopause and
long day.
menopause. It is a long day for you, and you've coordinated and created such an amazing space. We need people to know about this event. We need to scream this from the rooftops right now. So maybe give us a little bit of breakdown on the three segments and the
Sure.
timing and the location and all that good stuff.
Sure. This is the day you were all looking for. This is the support. These are all the experts compiled in one location with some trusted brands and your support groups. We're super excited about this. So we actually secured the Mayborn Hotel in Beverly Hills, which is a very beautiful
Mm,
luxury property. If anyone's
yeah.
been there, you know they have several restaurants on property. It's right next to the Beverly Canyon Gardens. Parking in Beverly Hills is actually 2 hours free, which is really great in most of the parking structures. So we made this super central and easy and luxury so that everyone felt very nourished. The first
Mm,
portion of the day is called Build Your Fertility from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have a couple of speakers that will be speaking. We have 5 different fertility clinics throughout Los Angeles that are coming. We
mm,
have acupuncturists, we have chiropractors, we have mental health practitioners, we've got a sex coach, we've got fertility doulas. We have so many people that you're going to want to meet on your journey that you might need now. You might not know that you need them. You might just put them in your back pocket to find out that you need them later.
mm,
We've also partnered with a couple of co-hosts for that as well, that are fertility support groups. Then from 1 to 4 p.m. is Build Your Village, and that is for pregnancy and postpartum. We have so many providers for that section, lactation consultants, mental health specialists, the whole gamut, all your doulas, everybody that you could possibly need. We have a baby-led weaning academy to teach you how to wean your baby. We've got some really good gift
mm,
bags for each of these two, specifically curated to the section. So
mm.
we've got some really cool onesies that are going in the gift bags this year that we're super excited about, and some good samples of products that you might like, and some really good deals from companies to support you. And we've got a few mom groups that are going to be there as well. So if you are newly postpartum, or if you're pregnant and you're looking for your community, maybe you're the only one out of your friends and you need a support group, we're going to have mom groups there that you can go ahead and join with. And then
Beautiful.
you can be with in their events past this specific event. And then our pinnacle event is Glow and Tell, which we're very excited about. The sponsor for Glow and Tell is Yashy, which is a supplement brand for menopause, for hot flashes, and different things like that. And the founder will be there, and she will be speaking about her personal journey and what drove her to create this product.
Mm.
Yashi is actually Arabic for glow, so that is where we came up with Glow and Tell. And this
Beautiful.
is going to be a super fun event. So we have a DJ for this portion. We have a 360 photo booth. We've got some pink mocktails that are going to be out. We really want this to be like a super fun, easy event so that everyone can get their information. We have so many experts. I can't wait for the panels. Um, and so many people there with booths. And we also have a company who's coming out, Heal Los Angeles. They are actually providing experiential services for us as well.
Mm.
So they're going to be there with their lymphatic drainage boots that you put on.
Wow.
They've got some red light therapy. They've got some really cool stuff. I've been to their location and done some they have these tables with these really deeply intensive meditation techniques. So they're really cool. So we really wanted to bring this all the way around. We've got Western
Mm,
medical doctors all the way to holistic healing as well. We are building a community. We want
mm.
to support everyone. Um, and,
I
we
love
want to
that.
make this easy so that whenever you're navigating this, you don't have to do this by yourself.
It's just such a beautiful day because I think that as you and I and a lot of us have had these conversations, it's it is nothing. We don't stop being this individual that is changing in our hormone journey. It is from when we're young to all the way when we're old, and I think what happened, especially in the menopause space, is it's almost like medicine stopped or our life stopped or our caregiving stopped at a certain time. We've had our babies. Now let's throw you out with the baby with the bathwater. So I love how you're just so inclusive of this entire journey of our hormone change, of our then what our hormones need to do for us in this part of our life, depending on your age and stage. It's just stunning and beautiful. And I'm just so thankful for this beautiful community that you've built, these practitioners that people don't know what they don't know until they really need it. And the fact that you have curated this amazing group and team and community of people that collaboratively can work together so you don't feel alone in this journey doing this. We have a
Yeah.
couple oh, go on, go on.
I think it's just so vitally important that we know that we're not alone and
Yeah,
that you don't have to suffer. There are people out there that can help you. There are telehealth platforms that are really great. We are now living in an age where we have so much technology and we're so connected that there is
yeah,
no reason that we shouldn't get the support that we need.
absolutely. And I think that special touch that you know every single one of these practitioners and they are an extension of you. And so people know that when they come to an event like this, when they go to you for resources, that they're going to get someone who is leading with their heart and really there to serve them with their best interest at heart. So, so
Exactly. Everyone's
important.
vetted. Everyone's a trusted resource. We do love Eastern and Western medicine collaboratively working together.
Yeah.
Um, and it's important that I meet everyone one-on-one before they come into our membership to make sure that that I know who they are personally and am able to refer them because we are a community and
Yeah.
we are not competitive and we are not petty, and we are not catty or anything like that. So we really are a community. So I want to make sure that everyone is the right fit for the community and that if you're going to join Matrikas as a provider, that you are going to refer each other out and support each other.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
very important.
Well, I'm so excited about this event. We're shouting this out. Bring friends. We'll have some links, of course, all that for people to attend. But come, bring support, bring friends, bring your mom, bring your grandma, bring your daughters, bring whoever you think could really support you along this journey. So that's the event. We've got a lot to dig in here. So we also want to learn a little bit about your panel and the experts that are going to be supporting. I know you briefly talked about that, but we could do a little bit of each, but maybe mostly, I guess, focus on, well, I guess I don't want to focus on one thing or the other. At first, I thought
Yeah.
let's talk about glow and tell, but let's talk about each of the experts in the panels that you have.
Well, we have a lot of experts and a lot of panels, so maybe we should focus on just one.
Okay.
For the menopause portion, we have
Yes.
Alia, who is the founder of Yashy. She will be doing a fireside chat, and she will be talking about her personal story through menopause and why she created this supplement and why it's so important. And so that will give us a really beautiful kind of a personal story. And then we also have an expert panel. So that's our fireside chat. And then we have an expert panel called Mood Swings and Mic Drops, the new
Ooh,
menopause.
nice.
So we're going to talk about everything, and we have fantastic people. Rajinder Rai, who's a pharmacist and also the founder of Sunrise Health. She is moderating this panel with Sophia Yen, who's an MD and the founder of Pandia Health, which is a telehealth platform. We also have Laura Abrignani, who is a nurse practitioner, and she is the founder of Coastal Well Woman. And then we also have Nikki Benzimra, and she is the business director of W for Her, which is a really great brand that has clean lube and
Mm,
some supplements for why is that word escaping me? Gut health.
mm.
So we're going to talk about the full spectrum and what you need, and there's going to be a Q&A, so you're going to get your questions asked, which is really,
Love
really,
that.
yeah.
Love that. I mean, that's exactly it. We want to hear from experts. We want to understand, um, I guess, at hot topics, what's going on, because I can only assume they're going to be talking about the things that all of us women, individuals are so curious about, and the fact that we have the opportunity to then say, "Hey, over here, I've got a question over here," and have that really interactive. That just it's what we want. It's what we want. We love learning, but I think this interaction is so crucial because I think again when we ask our question, it's almost an invitation for somebody else who may is dealing with the same thing, who may not raise their hand to get that answered. So I love a Q&A portion of it. It's
And
so
you'll
fun.
also get to, everyone will be there and they'll have their own booth. So you'll actually get to go to their booth and talk to them directly as well if you don't get to do a Q&A in
Oh,
the
I
session.
love
So
that.
we
Yeah.
are going to have a DJ for this portion as well and a 360 photo booth. So we're actually going to have an element of fun for this. And
Yes.
we want the energy to be super fun and light and easy because we know that this is a hard time and we know that it's very easy to get mired in the suffering and this, but we want to be focused on the solutions and the
Mm,
support and really the power of this time of life and really stepping
yeah.
into having a great time and finding a support group like your group as well that they can sign up with and then continue to go to your events afterwards and really find your community. So you can come by yourself to these events and leave with your new best friends. We
Oh,
really want this to be inclusive. I have done a million expos and events and things like this. And, I've attended so many as a vendor that I felt like the people next to me were cold. I felt like you couldn't even talk to the people putting on the event. And like it just, the energy did not feel good. And I want this to feel good. So we have discussed this with every single sponsor that's going to be there. We also let them know that there will be a networking portion. We'll have over 100 experts there on that
mm,
day. So if you think about that as an expert networking event, I
right.
made sure everybody knows like there's a built-in networking secondary function for this as well. Last year, we found out that a lot of experts came, bought tickets and came because they wanted to meet everyone, which
Yeah.
just shows like what need there is for community within
Yeah.
practitioners. So we built that in this year. We made sure that we have everyone involved that wants to be involved. We also have for the Matrikas members, we have a position called a community connector. So you'll see them walking around, they'll have gold badges and it will say who they are and what they do very simply, like doula or a psychotherapist or something like that. And we want to keep it simple because we want to keep the conversation open and they are ambassadors to the event.
Mm,
So if you talk to them, they know what's going on and they're there to chat with you. Sometimes it can be a little daunting to walk up to a table, and start talking to them. So we wanted to do an in-between step where we
ooh,
could have these people who are like they'll help introduce you to people as well.
I
So
love that.
yeah, a
I
lot of us
love
know each
that.
other. It's not really people pulled out of, whoever wanted to pay the most money. We really
Yeah.
were intentional about curating who was going to be there and how they work together. So this is very
Yeah.
provider focused. We do have a couple of brands that will be there as well that are also very intentional because we believe brands are really important. And that's going to be
Yeah.
cool as well. A lot of like we have a drink called On the Cycle, which is it's for periods and PMS. They've developed this drink this in a can that helps
Mm.
balance your PMS and your period moods. So we've got
Mm.
some really cool things that maybe you've never heard of before, and it would be a great time to get
Yeah.
introduced
Find your
to.
little resources that you're like, oh, I never knew this existed. It works for me. I want to go back to you saying that this is going to be a fun event for menopause. And I'm so glad you said that because I've really been talking about that lately. And we've been almost jokingly saying we're going to change our name to Mamas in Menopause with an exclamation point because the more and more that we're hearing about this, like, let's stop thinking about the negative stuff. Great a hot flash, great a mood swing, whatever it happens to be, let's embrace it. I
Yep.
think that the more that we embrace this chapter, this time in our life, the less doom and gloom it is. Yeah, are there some symptoms that are uncomfortable? Absolutely. But I think part of that is our nervous system. We're almost telling ourselves, oh no, doom and gloom is coming, menopause is coming. Enough, enough already. It is time to accept this, embrace it, and be excited about this time of our life. So I think when we think differently about it, we'll experience it very differently. So I'm so excited that you said that. And I love, love, love what you're doing about that ambassador because there are people that come that aren't the natural person to extrovert, where they're just going to walk up to a stranger or there's something you need, but you're almost afraid to ask for
Yeah.
whatever the reason might be. So
Yeah.
having someone to support you in that conversation and perhaps even get the dialogue going and listen to what you have to say and maybe ask the questions for you, just whatever way it just feels super nurturing and supportive. I love that.
Yeah.
You're just brilliant. I'm loving
I
everything
picked
about this.
everything that I didn't like about the events that I had been to, and
Yeah.
a lot of it was like really long days. They were really exhausting. Everyone was cold, and I just kept thinking this could be fun. This could be so much more fun,
Yes.
So we've built that in. We want to make sure that it's fun for everyone. We want to make sure all these stages in life are fun. Happiness is a choice. It's something
Yeah.
we have to choose every day,
Mhm.
and finding your
Yeah.
support is a crucial part of that. So yeah, that's how we've designed it, and we hope everybody will come with a good attitude. And if you're like, oh, I don't know anybody that will go with me, you can come by yourself. I promise. Like we
Mhm.
are all very, very friendly, and it's very open and warm and nurturing.
And it is so true that the nervous system and the story that we tell ourselves is so impactful of that experience. So let's just even say fertility. You know, I think that there's some of that you get in your head, and then there's negativity. And
Yeah.
until you get out of your head, I'm not saying that's the only thing going on. Believe you me, I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but it is when you're thinking positively the energy, your frequency, your vibration, everything about you is moving in the right direction. So from every little stage, it's this attitude and this environment. So that's super, super exciting. You're bringing that together. It was such a fun time. Let's talk about some of the brand sponsors and the brand partners and the sponsors that you have, because you touched a little bit about that and interesting drink and things like that. Fascinating. I love that you've made some great partnerships with some of these people. So who's going to be joining you for the event?
You want the whole list or?
Just, I guess, just give us two to start.
So, I'll let you know a little bit about our community connectors. Within that, we have a lot of mental
Okay.
health providers, reproductive psychiatrists. We have a sex coach who's really great to talk to. We have a lot of nonprofits as well. Nonprofits can help support paying for some of these services as well.
Wow.
And some of them provide. But we also have as I said, we've got some experiences happening. We've got some massage therapists. We've got some ear seating that will happen from acupuncturists and some different actual experiences like that. We have partnered with Longevity Beverly Hills, which is a fantastic service founded by Dr. Aditi Gupta. She has 6 locations in New York and one here that is a walk-in gynecology clinic, the first of its kind in the
Mm,
US. And the one in Beverly Hills is focused on longevity and services of that. So she's going to be there She herself isn't going to be there. She actually has to be in New York, but her team is going to be there, and they are a great resource. We have pelvic core PT, which is a PT therapist,
Mm.
um, who will be there as well. Pelvic floor therapy is so vitally important through all of these stages. Um,
Yeah.
Serena Teddy, who you introduced me to, she is going to be
Yes.
there. She is an amazing powerhouse, as your community already knows. We have a really cool company called Jewel Body that has teas, but they also have snacks that are supportive for your hormone health. So we're excited about companies like those being there.
Mm. Yeah.
Also, having them with the practitioners there on site is just going to be great because
Yeah.
it's a lot of these events you go to and it feels like you're being sold to the whole time. And I definitely didn't want that feel. I definitely wanted there to be some key brands that are really beneficial and that make sense. And I wanted to make sure that we also have providers who have a lot of education, but it's not just like, oh no, another provider or
Yeah.
Q&A. It can get overwhelming. So we
Yeah.
intentionally curated this to be a really fun event, with a lot of different elements sprinkled in. So you can hang
I
out,
love that.
get some ear seeds, get a little massage, get some lymphatic drainage, do some different things like that, and still get your support that you need.
I love that because, like, you're even talking about this networking and providers networking. Number one, when we know what providers are out there, but also what brands are out there with products and services to support what your practice is for this patient. It's all inclusive. It's like we cannot be supported in one direction. It's multi-directional. So I love that. And I think it's a really good way too for these brands to meet, groups like Mamas in Menopause, because we're doing a lot of fun events and activities, and we'd love to partner up with some sponsors and get their brand in front of our community. So our community, number one, knows about them, but also can support and spread the word for them. So yeah, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there's really great people working. There's a
yeah.
some of our stuff is going in the gift bags too. They won't necessarily be there, but we have a it's an oatmeal made out of chickpeas,
Mm,
by these two women who founded this in college because they felt like when they were eating oatmeal, it was spiking their sugar too much and not letting them be full long enough. And so they wanted to make a high protein oatmeal, which is great. So there's some samples
yeah.
of that. I think you know Old Mill Goods,
Oh yes.
the
Yeah.
high protein muesli. She's done
Elizabeth.
something just like that with low sugar and high protein. And so a lot of people are thinking in these ways that when we hear in perimenopause and menopause, what do you need? More protein, more fiber, your digestion slows down. So we need to change our
Hmm.
diet for that. Now there are really innovative companies coming out with great products that can help support that. So it's not like you have to change your whole diet. You can just do a
Right.
switch out. If you like oatmeal, here's a high protein oatmeal.
Yeah. So smart. And it's interesting because I feel like a lot of that conversation, exactly what you just said, is we're doing the same thing that we've been doing for years. And why is it that I have belly fat, or that I have this brain fog, or that I've gained 20 pounds, or whatever it happens to be? And more you talk to people, they say it's because you're doing the same thing as you were doing 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
we also laugh that when we think about us growing up, all of this, us Gen Xers, we were raised on fat-free,
Yep. Sugar-free
low
snack
calorie.
wells. Remember snack wells?
Oh my gosh, yes. Again, it's time to change. It's time to throw all that in the trash and really look to nurture ourselves. You said that earlier in the day. Nurturing ourselves is really what we need to do with the right products and the right ingredients and the right, I don't even know really because I'm not a nutrition, macro and micros of everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there will be nutritionists there on site, so you'll be able to get your questions answered.
That is fantastic. And so how do you hope, obviously, that all these attendees leave the event, after attending, with some people they might come, I don't know if they're coming the whole day or not, the different times. Possibly people are coming specifically to segments. How do you foresee? Do you foresee people coming for the entire event or more segments or combination?
There are some people coming for the whole day and planning to be there for the whole
Mhm.
day. It is a long day. It starts 10 a.m., ends at 8 p.m. I'll be there for the
Yeah.
whole day. It's
Keep you
going to be
company. Come hang out.
yeah, exactly. The community connectors will be there for the whole day. Some of our vendors are in one section, some are in two sections, some are across the whole day as well. And I want everyone to come and just feel empowered and hopeful when they leave that they've gotten either their questions answered or they have a next step. Maybe they've got a business card of somebody that they can make an appointment with so that they can get a more thorough check. Maybe they got a quick tip from a functional medicine doctor or acupuncturist that gave them one little tip that really helped them out. Maybe they listened to the speakers and thought, okay, this isn't hopeless and like suffering is not inevitable. There actually is
Yeah.
choice. So we really wanted to focus on feeding everyone's brain and making them feel supported and relaxed. And I think there's kind of always been this idea that, having your period is suffering and being pregnant is suffering and fertility is hard. Fertility has now been equated with infertility, and
Mm,
infertility is a challenge for sure, but that doesn't mean that everyone's journey is going to be a struggle. So we want to not do toxic positivity, but to empower
yeah.
that there are solutions and there are different ways of thinking about things. And especially with perimenopause and menopause, this is an underfunded, understudied area. We don't have a lot of data. We don't have a lot of professionals that have been focused on this. It is starting to become the conversation. More funding is coming out. I've actually had the pleasure of talking to a lot of cool platforms and a lot of cool apps and a lot of cool devices that are coming down the pipeline.
Mm,
There's some real cool stuff happening. So stuff is coming, and I think it's going to come quickly. And I do believe in the next 5 years, things are going to change drastically in a positive way. And
yeah.
suffering is not inevitable. There is help out there. There is support, and it is going to be flooding the mainstream soon.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
is this is our piece to come into that.
And speaking of all these connections that you have, I want to make it a point too that this event, yes, it's in Los Angeles in beautiful Beverly Hills, Sunday, the October 12th, but you are nationwide and you are literally on a tour right now as we speak. So you have providers and support across the country.
Yes.
So
And if
if
you're
someone
in
is listening to
Michigan,
this,
we have an event
yeah,
in Michigan, October 9th. So if you're a
and then
provider,
quickly coming back and throwing on another big event. So
yeah. So
yeah,
we have an ambassador in Michigan, so I may pop in for that, but actually don't have to. Ashley and Klima is our ambassador for Matrikas in Michigan, and she runs excellent events. So everyone is in extremely good hands. It's going to be at
yeah,
Holmdel, Michigan, which is this beautiful collective in Brighton. I love going to Michigan. I think I love Detroit so much. Ann Arbor's such a great little town too. So we're really stoked to build our community there as well. And next year will be a lot more events there once there's no longer snow on the ground. And
you are
um,
inspiring. You really
yeah,
are.
yeah.
Yeah,
So this is a community. My personal passion is to unite all of the providers throughout the US so that we can change policy. And I absolutely believe in the next few
yeah,
years that will be done. There are amazing groups working for advocacy and policy change, and they're doing so much work. We just need to put signatures and $5 each behind them and support them on their way up. So I believe
mm,
that community precedes policy. I believe in the power of
mm,
community. Know that we can change the world, but we first have to create a robust, strong community together.
yeah. We got to show up. We
Got to show
got
up.
to show up. That's exactly it. So speaking of showing up, so Mamas in Menopause is going to be at this event. So I'm super excited. We're going to be wearing branded shirts and walking around and talking to, folks on the floor. So I am so thrilled that you've included Mamas in Menopause to be part of this. And it really is a way for us to support you, but also for you just so generously giving us a platform to spread the word on who we are. So we don't have to go one by one telling people, oh, this is what we do, and there's a community, you need to come. It was funny, I was actually talking to a lady earlier. It was more about a service that I needed. And I was telling her about Mamas and Menopause. She's like, well, I need to sign up right now. So it's just so funny when you share what you're doing, more people need it than you think. But I'm excited that Mamas and Menopause is going to join this conversation and not be hidden away. So, I guess just kind of what role do you see, Mamas and Menopause having in this? And why did you reach out? And I don't know, just a little bit about that.
We thought it was really important this year to work with co-hosts and groups that are already in support to really amplify their community. I know that I am a provider-facing company and I'm very entrenched in providers, but I am not a client-facing company. So that is definitely something that I've toyed around with through the years. I kept thinking for a long time, like, well, I'm going to get to market to that. I'm going to be two things, and I just need to figure it out. And then I actually talked to somebody who has a huge company and is like well funded and way, way, way smarter than me. And she was like, don't do it. And I was
And do
like,
it.
ooh. And honestly, I wasn't doing it. And I felt like I should do it, but I didn't want to do it. And so it just gave me permission to go, you know what? You're right. There are other platforms I can work with and we can connect, but I can stay
Yes.
in my lane and do what I do really, really well. And then
Yes.
you do really, really well. And what other groups do really, really well is you are in the community, the client facing, right? So
Yeah.
it just makes sense. Like, why I'm not going to reinvent the wheel 12 times. Let me do what I
Yeah.
do really well and let me partner with people that do what they do really well.
Yeah. So you are a smart lady, inspiring and smart, all in one package. I love it. So I want to know, after this event, of course, how can people stay connected? What I guess is what is your vision of after these events? How can people stay connected to Matrikas and Build Your Village? And obviously, you are nationwide. And while we want this event to be so successful and get the numbers there, and again, we cannot stress enough, come, bring a friend, bring 5 friends. It is going to be an amazing event, but this is one day. So now
Yes,
how can we continue to support ourselves past this and get
exactly.
involved? And if maybe someone is a provider, how can they get a hold of you to let you know, hey, I want to be part of your community? And if you are somebody who needs these resources, how can we stay in touch with everybody?
Great question. So we do have a website. We are matrikas.com, Matrikas. And if you go on the site, you'll see the Build Your Village tab, and it has all the information and all the sponsors and everything that's happening there, all the 3 events. You can also see at the top, it says practitioner directory. So if you are seeking a practitioner, go on there. It is now searchable. My amazing web designer, Carolyn, redid it. So now it's searchable. So you can go see, I want to see all the fertility providers throughout the US. I want to see the fertility providers just in California. I want to see a naturopath. There's so many different sections that you can check. So we have over 100 providers that are
Wow.
exceptional. And if we don't have someone near you, next year we probably will. Like,
Mhm.
if you are a provider, there's also a page on there that says apply, and you can just submit your application and I'll review it and I'll get back to you. We want to
Or
make
if
sure.
you know a provider that you love, send them to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. The
Yeah.
community works because it's a community. The community doesn't work because I created it. I didn't create this out of thin air. I didn't just sit down and go, I want to do this in a business plan. This was not even an idea. I read the room and continually ask questions and do surveys all the time. And I say, what do you guys want? What do you want? What does the community want? And I'm working to be a steward of the energy of the group and I'm trying to move forward. And the thing that I continued to hear was that burnout is high, people are working by themselves. everyone was really looking for a community. So I was happy to help facilitate the group. But really, it's the members who have made this what it is. And I'm
Yeah.
so incredibly proud of everyone. We have so many amazing members. They really are like everyone does so much. Like every single member on there is incredibly impressive. So you can be sure that you're going to get expert help with whatever you're looking for when you go on there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I love that. No more, we keep saying this, no more Googling at 2 o'clock in the morning.
don't do
It
it. Don't
is,
do it.
don't be
Just
stressed
go to the
out.
site.
Don't,
Just go to the site. Make an appointment with somebody. Like,
mhm,
just contact them. Yeah. Do not
yeah,
Google at 3 a.m. and start ordering crazy things. Like that is something that I saw, when I was a massage therapist, my clients would be like, I was up at 3 a.m. Googling. And I was like, don't
yeah.
do it. Don't do it. Yeah. That's a lot of how
It's,
this started was me trying to find resources for everyone that, so they didn't have
yeah.
to go to Google and we could get it all in one part.
Mm. Like-minded people really connect, and I love your energy. I'm so thankful. I'm so excited for this event. So we're gonna keep this conversation going. We're about a week out-ish.
10
We're
days.
leaving week 10 days. So people, if you see me every day and Sally popping up on your feeds, so sorry, it's not the same thing.
Yep.
It is a new
Sorry, not
one
sorry.
because sorry, not sorry. We're out here screaming, yelling it. We want you to attend. Be there, be square. I don't know. I'm just trying to be silly right now, but like,
Yeah. Do not look at my social media if you are not interested in hearing this obsessively for the next 10 days.
yeah, yeah. I just love everything about you. I love what you're doing. I am so honored to share this. I'm so honored to be a part of it. Hopefully for years to come as we continue both growing our communities and seeing how they can support one another. So I think we're gonna, wrap it up because I feel like we have, we're at a point where people are either checking out on us at this point. I don't know. But but we have a lot to say. We've got really great stuff. So thank you, thank you. We really appreciate you hanging around with us, listening, learning more about this amazing event. I'm so excited. It's going to be a super success. We're going to say that out loud. But thank you, Sally, again, for your time, your energy. I know you're running around today and this entire week, and you've taken some time to chat with me. So thank you, thank you. And thank everyone for joining us on another episode of Hot Flashes and Cool Chats. And just so grateful for everybody, their time, for your expertise, your wisdom, and bringing this all together. Finding this opportunity to stop and listen so you can learn about these resources that are out there. Show up on Sunday. I don't know what else I can say about, but show up on Sunday.
Yeah. Come and bring a
And
friend. It's
until
gonna be fun. Yeah.
let's make friends. Let's make friends on
Yeah.
Sunday. So if nothing else, come hang out with us. So until next time, remember you are not alone in this midlife journey. Here's to more hot flashes, cool chats, and meaningful conversations. We'll see you next time. Bye.